Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for education and technology. So in this channel, we investigate the what, why, how of ancient Chinese culture, including the ancient Wing Chun culture. So in this channel, we are neutral, looking at evidence objectively and scientifically. So, these few days, again, I get back my many of our Wing Chuners friends. And the topic somehow raises is on the Shaolin Weng Chun and the Wing Chun. So there are many talk there, many messages where our Wing Chun friends send me. Oh, Grandmaster Yip Man study this from this Weng Chun Sifu. And what is in this Wing Chun is from the Weng Chun. All sort of stuff. Oh, the wooden dummy is from the Weng Chun. The 6.5 pole is from the Weng Chun. In the history, Wong Hua Bo, Liang Yi Pai, all sort of stuff. Today, let's nail this once for all. By evidence. Okay? Now, I'm not going to say that it is Wing Chun is better than Shaolin Weng Chun, or Shaolin Weng Chun is better than Wing Chun, all those stuff. We look at evidence. We look at what is the truth. We look at what is the facts and the reality by evidence. Now, the first thing is about history. You can have all kinds of history about this Wing Chun and Shaolin Weng Chun in Red Boat, all sort of stuff. Well, historically, can that be proven? I have been in Fujian compare notes with the Wing Chun researcher or martial art history researcher in Fujian. Most of them is hearsays. So today, the truth is many of Wing Chun or Weng Chun people taking hearsays as the truth. So here, if we want to deal with history, get the evidence. Like we talk about the fine jade associations of era where in the Red Boat Uprising, where Wing Chun in the Red Boat is joined with the Choi Lei Fat Hong Seng Kun and Taiji. While we have our salutation, where the Choi Lei Fat friend have the salutation, which represent the truth of that era. That is the signature we can track. So history is not up to somebody make some claim or hearsay. Wing Chun in the opera, in the Red Boat, is doing this. Look like if you go to the Chinese opera, you see this type of movement in the Chinese opera. And this is the salutations of Wing Chun in the Red Boat. It has meaning. Okay? So let's put the history aside, because we do have evidence of what is Wing Chun. The second thing, on the 6.5 pole of 1850s at the Red Boat uprising time. Many years ago, I have already made a video in this channel to show that 6.5 pole. That is not from Weng Chun. So right now a question can be asked is, can anybody show the real evidence, by evidence, what year Liang Yi Tai exists? What year Wang Hua Bo exists? Can anybody show that? Where I can show you the Yip Gams exist in that era with the salutations, with all the writing of anti-Qing. And you look into history, it mapped into history. And as when I go to Fatsan years ago, I confirmed that this group of people are anti-Qing. Now, please show me about this Liang Yi Tai exchange poll with Wang Hua Bo, so forth, so forth, so forth. What are they exchanged? What is the salutation at that time? If you are anti-Qing, you are in the Red Boat, read the history. Li Man Mao is carry on the uprising. If you are there, of course you have to have the salutation, that all type of evidence. And you can take this, you map with the Hong Seng Choi Lei Fat, which is the major force in the uprising. And it will be verified and confirmed. If you want to go history, go that way. Not hearsay, okay? Evidence. Now, the second thing is, let's look at this making use of Grandmaster Yip Man's name. What is the reality? Well, prior to Grandmaster Yip Man passed away, he made an interview in the New Martial Hero. And at the end, at this page, it says clearly, Yip Man Sifu asking the writer to tell the public Wing Chun and Weng Chun is two different styles. Okay? They are both from Shaolin, but they are not the same. Okay? It's here. That's what Grandmaster Yip Man said. Okay, just go read it and research it. Now, in this article, in this interview, Grandmaster Yip Man had revealed a really important key, which is when he explained the Wing Chun calm, Loi Lao Hui Song, calm, retain, go send it away, those things, Lai Lao Hui Song, Lat Sao Jik Chong. Grandmaster Yip Man explained that the accept of Loi Lao Hui Song is received. It's received. So this Lao here, it is received. Okay? So, what does it mean? How is it important? Well, the Lao is a keyword of Shaolin short strike. the receive. Here, there's a key there, receive. Okay? So sometimes you can translate as receive or as the accept. And this word, jie or chip in Cantonese, is what Grandmaster Yip Man used here. So Grandmaster explained the lao is chip. So what Grandmaster Yip Man present is according to the Shaolin substrate, according to this book. Lao mean receive, okay, or accept in English, okay. So they use the same Chinese character in the Shaolin substrate and Grandmaster Yip Man. Well, this is very critical. So let's not make up all the hearsay story with Grandmaster Yip Man. The truth, the reality is, what Grandmaster Yip Man presents technically by evidence, it is the same with the Shaolin substrate, right? Okay? So as who change what later on after Grandmaster Yip Man, that is their problem. That is their problem. Many people can say, oh, you know, today's Wing Chun, you have this lineage, that lineage. Really? That is not logic. This is in black and white what Grandmaster Yip Man presents to the world. Do you think an old man who at the end of his life will lie, will put his name in the article so that other people know that he doesn't know anything? Or do you think an old man, which is knowing that he is old at the end of the life, he wants to present what it is? He wants to clear out what it is. So this is the truth. People buy it or not, this is the truth. And that is why the Shaolin writing just now, which Grandmaster Yip Man used the term chip, receive, I translate it and explain it in basic Wing Chun. Okay? So people can see that. So let's stop using the past generation's name to create things. Oh, such and such a teacher said, Yip Man learned from him. Or such and such grandmaster said, this is how Yip Man teach. That is the black and white article there. Why is the grandmaster want to tell the writer, say, clean this up? Because he knows. Why is it Grandmaster Yip Man leave the chip there? Well, so that we, in the future generations of him, can find out. He's not lying. He's telling the truth. So now we have evidence. Okay? So in all this Grandmaster Yip Man stuff, we clear it right now by evidence. Now, So that is the history, that is Grandmaster Yip Man. And now, let's get into technical. Heavy technical. Body mechanics. Shaolin Weng Chun have this arm, one side like that, while playing on the other arm in their sets. Shaolin Tao never do that. Why? Why is that? Why we don't put the arm like that? Well, I can reveal with you the secret. The secret, which is, if you read this carefully, you will see. The secret is, when I shoot in and strike, one side of my shoulder blade is actually compressed in. This is shooting out. And this compressing the shoulder blade, because it is compressed, right away it can ready for another shot. So you can look at that. One side compressed, one side shoot out. And then this shoot out come back and compress. This compressing shoot out. That is why Wing Chun 1850, the Shaolin Tao, it never do those kind of stuff. Because it has to have this shoot out, recoil shoot out. And that is why Wing Chun be able to do boom, 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 boom. Continue shot. Every step it take, it can continue shot. Because the shoulder blade is like a machine gun ready for next shot. Okay? Any short strike art, if they don't have that, that is not a short strike art. And Wing Chun is that. Now, the Wing Chun Biuji, as in 1850s, is doing that. The shoulder blade compressed and shoot up. Okay? Now, so where is Emei Zhuang come in to the picture? Because Emei Zhuang have a technology to refine that compress in and shoot out. That's why it was adopted to the 1850 Shaolin Tao sets. So, the question for all those who talk about internal Wing Chun and Emei Zhuang, one can do all the Emei Zhuang, the complete set 1-1. But as soon as one have no idea on this short strike, the compress and shooting continually, they have no idea what it is. Why is it in the Shaolin Tao 1850? So many people claim today they are Grandmaster, they study with the Grandmaster in Emei Zhuang. You look at their body. Do they know about this compress and short stuff? They don't. Why? As I explained the other day, you practice the movement. The second, you need to know the theory, the strength, the weakness, and one need to know how, in order to get proficient, train with it. Well, many people who claim that there's Emei Zhuang and so forth, Wing Chun is from Weng Chun, they have no idea on this handling of this shoulder blade. And thus, they have no idea on this continuity strike of short strike Wing Chun. They don't. Which is make them knowing the, mimicking the motion, do not know the theory, do not know how. And thus, they can never get proficient with it. It's very simple. You just look at them, their body. Do they do those? That's why today I decide to reveal to you. And there are still many, many things. That's why I decided to write that Resurrecting Wing Chun. People need to know. Now, technically, Wing Chun is named as Tip San Tuin Da. Tip meaning stick, sticking. Body meaning the opponent's body, sticking at the opponent's body. Tuin Da is short strike. Tip San Tuin Da. So this is called my son getting close. Okay? In Cantonese. In Shaolin short strike, this my son is called feel in. Feeling in, feel in, feeling into. This is not my son because there's a gap here. You have to feel in, feeling into this gap. This is called my son. So when once my son, that shoulder blade, I just explained to everybody, at every move, should compress this side, shoot this side. That is where it works, here with the torquing. Okay? So you need to know this. And if we don't train that way, if we talk about Emei, Zhuang, we talk about Taiji, one will never know that it is in this my son, then the shoulder blade, the entire thing has to work as one piece, while the body torquing. That is the way to play with grappler at this course. Otherwise, you don't have mechanics. You say, I want to use Taiji Jing or the long fist. Well, you never have these characteristics. And your body, because we don't know what is the theory, how to develop it, no way one can develop this. So, Shaolin Wing Chun is another different type of art. Technically, it supports that. And like for me, who practiced the 1850s Wing Chun, will I practice something, putting hand like this and doing this? Of course not. Because my body is proficient with that. So, if I practice something which is not the style or the uniqueness of my body is conditioning, that's actually confused my body. So this is all neuromuscular proficiency. I'm proficient in this already. Why am I going to do something which is opposite or not supporting my neuromuscular proficiency? Technically, Wing Chun never have anything to do with Wing Chun. So Grandmaster said that in 1973 and give that receive or accept from the Shaolin short strike the key point. Today, 2020, I further put it in to support Grandmaster Yip Man say that you don't have your shoulder blade and this require unsuit neuromuscular development. If you think that Shaolin short strike or Shaolin short strike Wing Chun is get influenced by Weng Chun. Now I'm not saying that Weng Chun is not good or who is more superior. Those no. I just say there's two different stuff. It's like your Apple phone and your Google phone. You don't want to say, well, Apple phone is just get influenced by Google phone. But show me how is the iOS works. How is the Android works. This is what it is. Now, speaking on the short strike. sticking body short strike, hip san tuyến ta. As in Wing Chun matrix. I share the Shaolin short strike diagram. You see how close is it? Now pay attention to the leg there. A Wing Chun dummy, 1850 dummy for the short strike, for the seeking body short strike, is going to need to have the legs so that I can put in. Because this is using my thigh to attack, besides using my knee to attack. Come in, my knee attack, close in, shoot in, I use my thigh to attack. Okay? While I'm striking him. And at this close, I chop down, axe down, or hack down, which is a really important technique. Hack down, shoulder going in, and guess what? Take down. Hack, shoulder, take down. That is Shaolin short strike technique. If you look at the General Chi Guang's book, the technique is there. So this is something which is go up to 450 years. Now, you're talking about wooden dummy. Can one's wooden dummy practice going here? See, a climbing leg, striking, striking. That is the Shaolin short strike, the sticking body Wing Chun's technique, which is a must, because you play here. Not just unfeeling in, not playing a wooden dummy this way. And if you want to play with this, close, that means I cannot have a frame. Why? Because when I get in, I'm going to shoot in here, I'm going to change from here, I'm going to drag from here. How am I going to supposed to put a frame there? And you look at Shaolin Weng Chun, do they have those kind of techniques? Chop, elbow strike, going kick down. Did they have those kind of techniques? This close? Again, by our evidence, technically, we can prove what is the truth. And as a Wing Chuner, do I want to study Emei, Zhuang, or Taiji, or some sort of different type of art or Wing Chun? Well, I do not learn. Shoot in, fill in, machine gun here, deal with knee, wrapping the leg, going down, take down. Don't you want to learn that? The hip san tuyến ta, or you want to learn Emei, Zhuang, or we want to learn Taiji, or we want to learn Weng Chun, which is not doing that. This is technical thing. So, again, that's what I say. If you want to create your own Wing Chun, sorry, you cannot do that. If you want to create something, use your own name. You can call it your name, your art, like Bruce Lee. Like Bruce Lee is really respectable, he tells you exactly what he's doing. So don't use the name Internal Wing Chun, Ancient Wing Chun, or Internal Wing Chun 1850. There's no such thing as Internal Wing Chun 1850. Wing Chun 1850 is a holistic art. It is a holistic art. It doesn't need all this internal stuff. All this internal stuff is marketing things after or around 1900. And now you can see how Xi Xiaotong tear the entire thing apart. So this is what I share with you. From history, you want to talk about Wong Wa Bo, Liang Yi Tai, exchange art, whole kind of stuff? Well, tell me, do you have any evidence to show that those things exist? Where you can confirm it, verify it with the history, Chinese history. Like, we know that in Fine Jade, the salutation, because they are Red Book opera people, they use this type of salutations, and that salutations means anti-Qing. So when they meet together, they do the salutation, they don't even have to speak. They know, oh, this guy is from the opera, he's our people. And you can go check this, verify with the history, with Hong Sing Chua Lei Fa, and you know, oh, we are brother at that time. Our ancestors are brother at that time in Tai-Qing. You want to talk about 6.5 pole? Go watch my video the other about years ago on the 6.5 pole. All the momentum. It's not that doing this motion, that motion. No, momentum. Because again, the proficiency need to be, you know the movement, you know the what, why, how, you get the proficiency. We know what it is today of the 6.5 pole. Got nothing to do with Weng Chun, Shaolin Weng Chun. That's history. As for Grandmaster Yip Man, stop messing up things which, or distorting things which Grandmaster Yip Man present to the world. It doesn't matter if you are his grand student or you are from the other staff. Leave Grandmaster Yip Man alone. He's doing his best to clean things up. As for technically, sticking body short strike will have to fill in, shoot in. The shoulder blade has to be pumped in like machine gun, boom, 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 non-stop at every move, every step. The knee is going to strike forward, forward, backward. The thigh is going to strike in, to crush in, and the body is filling in, and it continues. Have the arm action, the shoulder actions, the takedown in all this level, angle, and range changing. So this is what I like to share with you. See, I'm researching into history, culture. I do not present any lineage. Whatever is the truth, is the facts, I will raise it up. Because nobody have the right to screw the Chinese culture, to screw the Wing Chun culture. And that's why in this channel you never see that I say that I am the 5th generation from Yip Kam, direct line. I have written to prove that who I am. I have the proficiency to tell you, to show you who am I. Open to the world. 40 years of that thing, 50 years of that thing, that training, I have the proficiency. It doesn't matter. Even if you get to the real Chinese martial art expert to come to make a judge, verify me, there's no problem because I just tell you who I am. But even that I don't, right? I don't tell you I researched for this long. I don't tell you my sifu is this, I inherit this and those. I don't. Why? Because that's my personal life. What is important is this objective scientific research. It's not about me, it's about Wing Chun. A few days ago, I just made a post in a Chinese martial arts forum in Asia. I present to everybody, say, it is not Xi Xiaodong which is one of traditional Chinese martial arts against. It is the traditional Chinese martial art need to find out what it is, improve it if it is a lack. If it is in good shape, go further. Same thing with all traditional Chinese martial arts. Xi Xiaodong can defeat a certain people. It's like Muhammad Ali can fight with this opponent. Mike Tyson can fight with this opponent. That is the personal stuff. Chinese martial art is Chinese martial art. Thus, Wing Chun, sticking body, short strike, is Wing Chun, sticking body, short strike. Not personal, not up to anybody's making up stuff. And we look at the historical record as I have just presented to you, and that's how I want to close this case. For years, for decades, as you see that when Grandmaster Yip Man have to say that into the New Martial Hero magazine, that means there's something cooking there. That's why he want to clarify so that after his passing, we know what he's doing. And today, we are better in terms of informations compared with Grandmaster Yip Man's time. At that time, the China is in chaos. People have difficult even eating. And today, like I'm in Silicon Valley, I can go searching all this kind of thing, checking out all these things. Not because I'm better than them, no, because I don't have to worry about feeding my family. I don't have to worry about, I don't have information. So we have the luxury today to know what it is. And we have the luxury today to develop the proficiency with today's technology, which is backed up by history data, scientific data, and the real Chinese teaching.